Hey there, it's Jessica Mercedes. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I use to create and edit my YouTube videos. So if you're new here, I talk about a lot of things, but I mainly talk about like mindset and growth. And I also talk about how to grow on YouTube. One of the things that I realize is a lot of people need something that's more tangible for them, and they don't want to talk about mindset, which is cool. Like, you need something that you can actually put into action at this very moment in time. So I'm going to be showing you guys what I use to create my YouTube videos, what I use to edit my videos, and also how I come up with the ideas for my YouTube videos. So before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. I am on my journey to 5,000 subscribers, and I would just appreciate you dropping a comment below and let me know what your YouTube goal is for 2025. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first, let me say this. When I first started YouTube, I was using my phone. I did not have a camera at all. I started YouTube like in 2016, 17. This is like my third channel. But when I first started YouTube, I didn't have the cameras. I didn't have the lighting. Like, I had none of that, right? Speaking of lighting, hold on. I need to turn my lights on. Woo! Now that's more like it. So when I first got started with YouTube, I did not have a camera. I didn't have any fancy equipment. I literally just had my phone. And if you're just getting started, I want you to understand, like, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff, because in the beginning, if nobody's watching your channel anyway, like, it kind of doesn't matter. I know some people will beg to differ, but I'm speaking from experience. When I first got started, I just knew I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to make money, and I wanted the people to know who I am. I wanted to be famous. I turned on the camera and I started talking. Now, when you shoot, if you're using your phone, you want to make sure that you are turning your phone into landscape mode, and make sure that your camera here is at the top. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I made. I used to be recording like this, the camera at the bottom, like trial and error, honey, trial and error. But if you're going to use your phone, completely fine. Use the back camera, turn it landscape, make sure that it's in 4K. You don't need a lot. And if I'm being honest with you, I didn't even have a tripod when I first started. I used to just, whatever I could prop my phone up, whatever I could prop my phone on that was going to give me the view that I needed, that's what I was using. So if you only have a phone, you don't have lighting, you don't have a tripod, please do not let that discourage you or stop you from getting started. You have to start where you are with what you have. And do not despise small beginnings. The Bible says do not despise small beginnings, because everybody has to start somewhere. When you look at your favorite YouTubers, yeah, they got 100,000, 500,000, some of them even 1 million followers. But everybody started with zero. So I just want to make sure that you understand that this is a journey. Like, when you turn on your YouTube channel, when you start your YouTube channel, when you put your first video up, you're not going to get 100,000 subscribers in the first week or two, you know? And if you did, you're a unicorn, baby. Congratulations. But just start where you are with what you have. And like I said, I used my camera, and sometimes I still use my camera, especially for my short form content. Now, I have graduated. I did get a Canon at one point in time. I had a Canon. When I moved, we accidentally left some stuff at my old house, like brand new shoes, clothes, my Canon camera, all of my memory cards, and all of that stuff was gone. I didn't let it discourage me, because I knew that I still had my phone and I knew how to work my phone. And plus, when I did have my camera, I wasn't even using it like that. I was pregnant. I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to record. But I say that to say that even if you do eventually get like the fancy equipment, when all else fails and you're just trying to make sure that you stay consistent, you need something quick and easy, and you're not trying to learn a new piece of technology, use your camera, baby. Use your camera. That back camera gonna hit every time, okay? Especially for short form, use your camera. So the second thing is a ring light. I have several, all right? But I've graduated recently. Now I use a box light. Right now I'm using a ring light, but I have a box light that I like to use, because I feel like with the box light, it disperses light a little bit differently. And if you don't know, this is what a box light looks like. It's like one of those, I feel like professional photographers use them, but I've noticed a lot of content creators have started using box lights recently as well. So the next thing that I use to record, why I can't see this screen? There we go. Speaking of screen, so the next thing that I use to record my content is I use a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I just got it this year. Now let me tell you something. This is an investment. This camera costs about $700 with all the extra things to it. And for me personally, I understood that I wanted to treat content creation like a full-time business, not a job, but a business. And so I decided that it had come time for me to level up my products or level up my tools in order to successfully be a full-time content creator. Do not go out here and get this camera if you have not been creating content consistently. I would say for at least a year. And when I say consistently, I don't mean like posting once or twice a month. I mean like every single week, every single day, you're putting out long form videos. Like, do not buy this camera unless you're going to be serious about content creation, because this is an investment. This ain't no little bitty like, it's an investment, okay? My DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is probably one of the best investments that I made into my content, but also I'm a real estate agent. So I do different types of content. I don't just have like lifestyle content and my beauty content and things like that. I have content for my other businesses. I own a financial literacy company as well. So for me, it just made sense. Also because my phone kept running out of storage. So this is what my Osmo Pocket 3 looks like. It's currently sitting on this tripod that I got from Amazon, which I will link also in the comment section. But I'm going to do a whole separate video about my Osmo for those of you who want to make the investment and get one. It's totally worth it if you're going to take your content seriously. So the next thing that I invested in for my content creator journey, for my YouTube journey, is my tripod, which I just told you guys about. Now this tripod is special to me because first of all, it goes really high. It goes to like six and a half feet. It's really, really tall. I will say I've had this for about a year. As time progressed, this tripod, whenever I would sit my phone on it or whenever I would sit my Osmo on it, it would slowly start to like do this. And I don't know what that's about because it doesn't have a feature where you can lock it at a certain height. You just have to pull it up and it'll automatically stand. But I am in search of a new tripod. I do love this one because it has the Bluetooth capability where you can use the little clicker to, when you have your phone, to be able to start and stop your video. It has a place for you to put your phone, and it has a place for you to screw on if you have a camera. Obviously, like I just showed you guys, I can screw my Osmo on there as well. Another thing that I use when I'm creating my content is my iPad. Now, I actually got this iPad to help me with my real estate business, and then I was like, you know what, I could use this to record my videos because I have another YouTube channel for just real estate. I was like, I could use this to record my videos because I got tired of my phone running out of storage, like I was saying, because I was recording so much content. That's when I realized, like, yo, I need another device. So that's what this was for. I still use this every single day when I don't want to pull out my laptop. But most importantly, I use this when I am editing my YouTube videos and even some short form. And I also use CapCut. So a lot of you have heard about CapCut. A lot of people use CapCut. I looked into a lot of programs. I wanted to be budget friendly. I didn't want to have a lot of overhead. So I was considering Final Cut Pro because I just heard it was the GOAT. I don't think I'm there yet. And also what I do understand is I don't want to always be the one that's editing my videos. So if I get Final Cut Pro because of how much it costs, I would feel obligated to edit my videos. If I'm going to be paying $300 for some software, I'm going to be using the damn software. So I have CapCut. That's what I use to edit. I love CapCut. I use it to edit my short form. I use it to edit my long form. I don't have the regular standard version, you guys. I use the paid version because there are just features on there that I absolutely need, and it makes life a whole lot easier when I'm editing. But that's what I use to edit my video. So quick recap. For starters, if you're just getting started in your YouTube journey, all you need is your handy dandy cell phone. Do not underestimate the power of natural lighting. Open a window. When you are recording and you're using natural lighting, make sure the natural light is in front of you and not behind you. So that's how I started, was with my cell phone and with natural lighting. Then I graduated, I got me a ring light, I got some soft lights, and I use my iPad for my editing. I use CapCut, I have a tripod, and my favorite thing in this world right now, which would be my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm going to link all of these things in the description. But what I really want you to take away from this is you don't need all of that stuff. You need a vision, you need a plan, and you need to execute. So if you haven't even posted your first 50 YouTube videos, I wouldn't even be thinking about getting a laptop. I wouldn't think about getting a camera. I wouldn't think about getting anything except the free version of CapCut and using my cell phone. If you got to pop that phone up on something, do that. The reason behind this video is to let you know that you don't have to have it all to be great. If you guys go back and look at some of my older videos, you could tell, like when I first hit my first 1,000 followers on YouTube, I didn't have my Osmo Pocket 3. My Osmo Pocket 3 I got after I surpassed 1K. I did that with this iPad, and let me tell you, this iPad is old. I got this iPad when I closed my first real estate deal back in 2020 actually. I closed my first deal, no, it's 2021. I closed my first deal in 2021, and I went and I got this iPad because I do not go out and invest in anything unless I've made the extra money to invest in it. Like, I'm not going to take from what I already have. I'm going to make the extra money and use the extra money to invest into my craft. And so if you're thinking about taking content creation seriously, I just really want you to understand that you don't have to have all of these fancy gadgets and gizmos. You just need to have determination. You need discipline, consistency. You need a plan. You need some lighting, and you need your phone. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.